On the Water Anarchy welcomes Kerry Poe. Hello, sir.
Hello.
And thank you for having us in the wonderful CGRA parking lot here.
This is our yacht club.
It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. So, one of the founders, or the founder of CGRA, the Columbia Gorge Racing Association, PRO of most of the events that come up here. What do you think about having the moths here?
Oh, it's great. You know, it's perfect for the venue. It's flat water, heavy, good breeze, and it's ideal for them. So.
Any sort of, I mean, I know you have these different courses. You have a P course, a Z course. What's up with that?
Well, actually, the moths have the P and Z course is what's kind of dictated to us.
Okay.
And but actually, we do have a gorge course that we call a Z that we do all the time for lasers. It's kind of unique to the gorge, and it's just a lot of tight reaching back and forth that we usually do for lasers or tasers, or some fleets that like to do some planing. For the moths, it's different. They actually like those courses in light air,
right,
and not in the heavy air where we do it for the heavy air. Anyway, the moths are quite different.
So I think, you know, the way they start too, wanting to be up on their foils, sort of it makes the start even more crucial than I think in a laser class or something. Is there a lot of crowding? Are there a lot of recalls or?
No, actually, it's been surprising. We had one individual today, but it's actually they've been right on the line. But really, it's been kind of surprising that they haven't been over. But they've been right there close. Yeah. So I think the lasers have a tendency to hover closer, and then the current might suck them past, where the moths are hanging farther back. So maybe they can judge it better. I don't know.
Good caliber of sailors up there too, huh?
Yeah.
So talk about CGRA for a second. I never heard of it until this event started ramping up. What does the association do? You don't have a clubhouse. You do have this little shed.
That's our clubhouse.
But tell me about the CGRA. Like, what's the mission? What's your story?
Look, I mean, it started back in 91 or 92. I was racing 470s down in California. My partner and I won the nationals down in California, and back then the tradition of the 470 class was whoever won it had to host it.
Yeah.
And it usually was always Californians that won the West Coast.
Right.
So now us Oregon boys ended up winning, and we had to find a place to host it. So we drove up and down and found this place, and like, okay, we're gonna have it here. Since we did that, all these, I think it was the 14s next, called me up and said, hey, how was that for a venue? And so they came up and tried it, and they've been back every year, and it just kept building from that. So there's
a bee on my camera, just so you guys on the other end are watching. So other than the bees, though, I mean, this is an awesome venue. I mean, can it grow? What you know? How is the community behind the CGRA? I mean, what's the?
Yeah, it's an ongoing struggle trying to work with the community to help get a better facility for us. We're kind of limited to this beach that's owned by the port, and they've done some good job of helping us, you know, do what we can here. I think in the long run we would like to have a bigger facility that we could really, you know, call home. But the port's working with us on this spot, and it's pretty good. It's got a nice beach. It's got a nice kind of laid back regatta feel to it instead of a yacht club type feel.
It's definitely low stress, and I dig it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the idea.
Yeah. What about what other events do you have on the horizon for this year, next year? Anything really exciting?
This year there's Ripple, a youth clinic. I think there's another laser training camp before the Worlds, and that's basically it for this year. But every year during the summer, it's a pretty busy schedule. Something going on almost every weekend, whether it's an Optimus regatta, there's always a lasers events, the tasers are always up here. J24s, Melgis, there's something going on all the time.
Where would keelboats launch to come race out of here?
We actually bring in a little
crane.
It's actually a forklift. We put a dock and the old locks down here, and the forklift actually drops them in, and it actually works really good. It's really nice.
Well, it's cgra.org. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep, Columbia Gorge Racing Association.
All right,
CGRA.
So check out the Columbia Gorge Racing Association if you want to bring your dinghy regatta here or your small keelboat regatta. It is an awesome place, and the breeze kicks, and it's beautiful out. And I think more than anything, what I see is a town where everyone's forced to see each other all week. Which is a really good thing, isn't it?
That's actually part of the big beauty about running events here is everybody's stuck together. instead of being, in San Francisco or somewhere where everybody spreads out
Right.
and you don't see them. Here you're kind of stuck together, but what better place? Keg in the parking lot and kick back on the beach and or go to the restaurant together. So it's definitely a nice atmosphere.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing how you do, and hopefully you'll get that windward mark a little closer to our cameras,
I'll
and
try.
we'll try and stay out of your way when we're on the water.
Okay.
Thanks, Kerry.
All right.